Hi there, cyberspace cadets. It's IRATE Prostate here, and with another beautiful Cream Stream number 21 in the house tonight. We've got Red and Only.
Hola.
All right. The artist formerly known as Occam's Razor, also known as Malin.
Hello.
Melon.
And then our guest for the night, Tennessee Marine.
What's going up, you crazy motherfuckers? How's it going?
And the social media influencer of the year, Bering.
Social media influencer, fucking hell. That's a title. I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Yeah, it was. I just watched your video, so I wanted to kind of give a nod to that. And Geek Thulu has arrived.
Hey, what's up? I was playing Warframe. I lost track of time.
Oh, fucking course you were playing Warframe, geek. God.
All the cool kids are get with program Tennessee.
I got tired of dealing with crazy people, so I figured, fuck, I'm gonna play a video game.
I heard that. Yeah, but I was just talking to Bering about his latest video. He just dropped it about about an hour and a half ago.
I did, man. I dropped it just before Sugar Tits live stream, and then I jumped on and abused those sluts on the live stream. I love it.
Awesome.
I guess we won't get any any kind of revenge or anything like that, right? No. But yeah, so yeah, there was this this blonde. How would you describe her?
Oh, she's a self-entitled millennial cunt, is what she is.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got distracted by the fucking the thumbnail.
Yeah. Look, actually, I don't diss her content. I'm quite an avid viewer these days since I discovered it. But yeah, she calls herself a fucking social media influencer, as if that's like a function, a job. But it's kind of like saying, yeah, my job is being famous or something, isn't it? Yeah, it's just stupid. Like you've got to do something to.
She's internet famous.
Yeah, how the fuck are you gonna sit there and put a title on yourself that is cringy as fuck? Like that's some shit that you would try. Like that's some shit somebody would try to do against you. But no, you're just gonna make that your thing, and it's cringy as fuck. My God, man!
Yeah.
How dare you guys judge her? Get on your high horses and shit. She's just trying to put out quality content, and this little fucking bear comes along and fucking ruins her shit. How dare you, Bear?
You fucked up Goldilocks.
You just watched all the ass shaking videos and you haven't had a wank yet, have you?
Maybe.
He's like, well, yeah, you kind of got a valid point there, actually, Barry.
Yeah. We all get trapped in that space, man, don't we?
Well, there was something there to wank at. To be honest with you, she was a little pleasing to the eye, but yeah, it was like, yeah, she offered these these hotel she was going to give them a free vlog and experience and some Instagram shit and all this, that, and the other. And, in exchange from her side, she's like, I was just going to give them knock a couple bucks off the price or whatever.
Oh, no.
No. The reality was she was asking for, a freebie, complete free stay and shit. And
so fucked.
Everything comped.
Didn't South Park make an episode about this where it was something along the lines of I'm a food critic or something like that, and then everyone's
that rings a bell. That rings a bell.
Oh no! She's got a lazy eye.
She had a lazy eye. You know how her eye was red in the video I did. She's just had surgery, man. So she just had it fixed. So it'll be red for a few days, and it'll be better.
Okay.
So it's all good. I was a bit concerned about that too.
Yeah, the timeline, the way your timeline's working in this editing process.
Isn't that funny when you're around somebody?
It looks like she had an injury, then she got the wonky eye.
Yeah.
It was like I was totally thinking about smashing her, and then that wonky eye popped up, and I was like, I can do a lot of things.
I've had sex with a woman with one leg, so who am I to judge if you got a weird eye?
I was gonna say a wonky eye would put you off. Jesus, mate, you fucking homosexual.
Well, isn't that kind of a socially awkward thing though? It's like I got a doctor that has a wonky eye, and I don't know which one to look at when I'm talking to him, man.
Yeah, I've legit had that. There was this kid in my high school. He was cross-eyed as fuck, dude. and you'd be sitting there having a conversation, just looking at him talking. And it's like, which one do I pay attention to? God damn it! Pick one. Stop.
And how do you know if he's staring at you? How do you know if he's fucking
exactly?
Yeah, you got to figure out which one's the good eye.
Which one exactly? Which one's the one that's looking at me so I can look him in the eye and talk to him? You know, it's really weird.
Oh fuck! Have any of y'all seen that Adam Sandler movie on Netflix? It's like God, it's a newer movie. It's made by Netflix, and it's I guess Adam Sandler wrote it. It's the one where he got in a lot of trouble from like Native Americans because he like plays a Native American.
West version.
Yeah, that rings. Yeah, that I think I have seen that. I think and he's he's like this. Yeah, sorry, go on.
He's a Native American, and he finds his like I guess his dad just basically fucked every woman in every town, and he has like different brothers of like every ethnicity.
Yeah.
And the reason why I bring that up is there's a fucking bandit or something who has a wonky eye, and like I guess the gang that he joined is like the one-eyed gang, so they make him cut out his actual good eye, and he's just got an eye patch, and he's got a wonky eye as his other one. He's sitting there going, got the good eye over here. No, man, we're the left eye gang. You got to take the left eye.
Yeah, it's called Magnificent Seven.
Yes, that is the movie. That is the movie. Good job.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
That's from Tommy, Daddy Tommy. Sorry, I've been up. I've been up all day. I'm fucking.
I took a nap though, geek. I cheated. I took like a
Johnny Fox's meltdown kept me up all night.
Yeah, last time
that was Daddy's entertainment. Daddy's workable entertainment. That was fantastic.
It was.
Like, I even tried to post a supportive message on his most recent video that he didn't delete.
What has he been? Has he been on a deleting spree? Has he?
He deleted his stream that he was on where he completely spurged out, and then like the most recent video is from 4 days ago.
Yeah, what? So hang on. Did he do a stream after he was on Warski yesterday?
No, he did it before Warski and during Warski.
Is there a copy? Has anyone got a copy?
No,
please?
He took it down immediately.
I've been fishing around to see if I can find one. I haven't found one yet, but yeah, he was simulcasting it. And the moment he left Warski's stream, he then stopped his stream. Because his balls got kicked across the room so fucking hard, so he just ran away. And the thing was, the beauty of it is his friend Max Sand that came in there and threw him under the bus.
That was spectacular.
Johnny didn't even know he said that shit. He came into my Discord and he was like, "Hey y'all, you see how I did in there? Yeah, I was kicking the shit out of
hang on a sec. So Johnny Fox didn't know that his mate came on after he left. Is what we're saying?
Nope. The guy that was supposed to
I
come
broke
in.
it to him. I was like, because I was like, so Johnny, what say you to what Max said when he got in there? And he was like, what'd he say? I went, oh no. You don't know, do you? And he was like, no, what did he say?
But he tried a gotcha and done got. That's what happened.
He then got very aggravated and then he just left. He didn't say bye, nothing. He instantly went into his Discord and was like raging on people.
I wish I had copies of all this. This is so fucking unfair. This is.
I didn't think about doing the YouTube downloader or anything because I was watching the stream and I was confused because like, wait a minute, is he actually talking to JF? What the fuck is going on with this stream? And then everybody else told me, oh, go watch the Andy stream. I should have never left that page. But I didn't think he'd go on a deleting spree, but he's threatening to go all Joy Sparkle and get off YouTube and get out of Twitter and booting people out of his Discord.
Joy Sparkle didn't break down as bad as Johnny did.
I was about to say, to be fair, most of the people who say that they're going to rage quit YouTube, they normally come back. Either in a different persona or a different avatar or some type of shit. So
I even thought Kraut was really gone, man, but no, he's back again. So
he's Kraut back.
Well, apparently he had a meeting with Failure. The Failure and
last night.
Yeah, and like Kraut was like giving him the business about like, oh, what's your evidence, and was like giving him the third degree. Like, oh, you
Was this
participated.
was this in private or?
Yeah, it was in private because I guess Unknown Archives doing some research, or apparently he's got some new evidence about some hinky shit that Kraut's up to.
Yeah, because Unknown Archive actually was talking to me and a couple other people about trying to just hear him out and actually just being somewhat, bipartisan on all this and, neutral and just actually hearing Kraut out. I had no idea.
There's nothing wrong with hearing him out. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, Unknown Archive said my name. I think it was on one of Failure streams or something like that, and I was like, "Wow, I didn't know a dude who doesn't even make content just hops in live streams with his friends and stuff is worthy enough of such an honor, sir. Thank you, there, Unknown." But I mean, to be fair though, I will sit there and hear anyone out, even if they fuck up. But the thing that pisses me off the most, the thing that's pissed me off about Jeff and Wizard of Cause and all these people, if you do something fucking stupid, you shouldn't double down, and you damn sure shouldn't fucking lie. I mean, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just how I was raised, but I'm one of those people. I strongly believe in the fact that if you you can ask Geek Thulu or you can ask Irate. I do not say anything in fucking private that I wouldn't have a problem saying on a live stream in public.
Except for niggers. He says that a lot.
Yeah,
he says niggers all the time. I'm like Tennessee. You gotta stop that.
Yeah, I gotta quit. I gotta quit with the black hatred that I have in my heart. But nah, man. But for real, if you just stay honest, dude, people can't catch you in dirt. Especially don't get me wrong, everybody makes mistakes, but at least if you're upfront about shit, you ain't got to worry about, oh God, my DMs leaked, or oh God, what I said in a Discord got screenshotted or some shit.
No,
there's nothing worse. There's nothing worse than worrying about shit like those. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think people have this weird thing where it's they hear people talk on a live stream or something like that, and they think that you're best buddies or something like that. It's no, you have a working relationship. I don't do the whole community thing. I think it's lame as fuck. I think it's always been lame as fuck because that whole idea of community eventually leads to that Discord server. It leads to us versus them mentality. And eventually it leads to people trying to pick their friends over the fact that they agree with them, not the content of their character. That's why
weren't they going? They were going after the fucking alt-right because the alt-right, according to them, were these bad people who did bad things and they're unethical and shit. And they devolved into this fucking into this scumbaggery that Kraut was one of the most vocal people against doxing and shit, in the past.
Yep, he was.
And so to turn into that is just.
Well, ridiculous. I mean, I think that I even said that the first time I was on the Kumite and I was talking to Tonka about all this, and I was like, honestly, man, I was a fan of Kraut. He's not an unintelligent person. He's not stupid. He's a very smart guy, but when you're,
I helped Kraut build him build his channel. He had about 250 subscribers when I met him.
I know, man, and it just looks dirty by association. It just looks like if you're friends with these people, it just looks like people will lump you into the same thing. But I mean, that's why you had fucking.
I don't really think so, because there's a lot of different people that are on that server that nobody really has a problem with. Where the biggest problem came in was you had people like Jeff Holiday, in going into streams and people are asking questions, and as evidence keeps rolling out, he then changes and shifts that goalpost multiple times, and that's what the big problem is with him. It's if you come clean and say, hey, I fucked up, I made a fucking mistake, I have no excuse for it, my bad, you're still going to take a hit. But people are going to be more willing and maybe respect you a bit more, thinking, well, this guy can admit he fucked up.
Exactly.
It's the hubris part. It's the hubris and the and the arrogance of that really puts people off and really puts a really horrible taste in their mouth. It was go ahead.
Well, see, that's the thing, man. Like, that's the thing, like, both, you know, Geek and Varian were kind of talking about. Like, that's the thing. Like, when you lie or fuck up, if you double down and lie more, like, it's not going to end well. Like, that situation never works out for the person doing it. I mean, goddamn, Jeff Holiday fucking tweeted shit about, like, you know, oh, I'm not doing any live streams or I'm not accepting any invites. And then later on, he tweeted something like, I was never given a Hangout link to talk about all this. I was like, motherfucker, you just got proven wrong by your own goddamn tweets, homie. Like, you can't even keep the story straight on your own timeline, dude. And that's your Twitter. Like, fuck's sake.
I don't understand why people can't just own when they fuck up, because to err is human. And these people, see, you're on YouTube and people get animated or excited or just get lost in things sometimes, and they do things. And yeah, you fuck up, own it and be like, I fucked this up. I did bad. I really, really screwed the pooch on this one. I'm going to mulligan. I'm going to try this over again, or I'm going to go away for a while, recollect myself, and learn from something.
Like when I was recently on the Kumite, when I went against Base Mama, and I thought,
did you blood sports Base Mama?
Oh yeah.
Oh, it was a blood
I haven't seen that. Was it all about the event and shit?
Well, no. At first it was me and Chambers of my heart, and then Joy jumped in, right. And then okay, so they tagged in Base Mama for Chambers, and I eventually brought up this thing because I was watching an Ogre like live stream. I don't know if you know who he is, but I was watching a live stream that he was doing like a 24-hour live stream, and I saw Base Mama on there, and Ogre had like threatened to like dox her and shit like that, but it was a replay. He was playing old streams. And so I was like, oh, you're a piece of shit, because I think Sargon was on the stream at the time. I was like, oh, she'll show up for Sargon and blah, blah, blah. And then I found out it was a replay. I immediately said, oh, my bad. I'm wrong. My apologies. And like, I don't understand why people can't do that. They're just so scared to admit, I fucked up or I'm wrong.
And that's where, I mean, the Johnny Fox thing yesterday was fascinating, because it wasn't even that bad. God. Like he hadn't even done anything that bad. He should have just gone, yeah, okay, or maybe I was a bit hasty. I've come in here and I've sort of, I've had a crack at you and I'm wrong. Like admitting wrong, there wouldn't have been any massive shunning. It wouldn't have been, well, fuck you, you've done this horrendous thing. You just fucking goof, sort of thing. Right. So it was fascinating to see him just double down. And then that thing about, he said, JF said 10 years and it's 8 years on the resume. You didn't even fucking, when you came into the stream, you didn't, like length of time he was doing this job wasn't even one of your arguments. This is just a new thing you've picked up while you're here. You're desperate.
Yep. Right. Grasping at motherfucking straws.
And that's proof that you're desperate, is when
even still that could be a valid point later if you were right on a lot of other points. That could have just been another thing to pile on top and go, see, you're being dishonest here too. But the fact that you've been wrong all the way up to that, and then you're trying to use that, you just look petty.
It's more nothing.
Well, I mean, I haven't watched this stream. The only thing I've seen about this guy is his Twitter battle that he's been engaged with Tonka Saw.
I wouldn't call it a battle. I'd call it a temper tantrum.
Has that been going? Has that been raging today? Has that been going today?
Oh yeah,
Johnny. Like he kicked Tonka out of his Discord server or some other shit. And
kicked me out too.
I mean, Tonka being Tonka is like, bitch. You think anybody gives a fuck about being kicked out of a Discord server? Go fuck yourself, you hoe.
Apparently, from our insider there, he's kicked probably about 35 people out of there. And he's recently basically said he threatened to kill himself on Twitter.
I told you we need to have a Fox suicide watch. Didn't I say that? I said that this.
Well, he didn't really, did he?
Yes.
Oh, what?
Yes.
Well, I mean, from the sound.
I'll see if I can find it.
From the sound of it, I mean, it sounds like a dude's got his ass verbally beat, and then he's like, as he's limping away, it's like, yeah, it's what I thought, motherfucker.
Yeah, he's whenever he enters a conversation, he comes in, he's like, guys, you're not gonna believe this. guys, I gotta tell you this. And it's like giggling the whole way through like a fucking 12-year-old girl. And it's like, why are you really that funny in your own head, or are you that uncomfortable with who you are and what you're doing that you gotta giggle proof the conversation?
Yeah, it does seem like a lot of people on, you know, YouTube and Twitter that kind of put themselves out there. It seems like the really shitty ones really have a lack of self-awareness. Like they really don't know who they truly are as a person. That's why every time they get criticized, they do this doubling down, lying bullshit instead of just being like, "Yep, you know what? I was a goof. My bad. I fucked up. You're right."
Make me next fucking crazy hair, why don't you? Fuck that. That was.
But in this toxic masculine society, a man can't own his own problems and not look weak.
There's so many Fox memes in my Discord. Holy shit.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, they started early too.
There is a big difference between like valid criticism and someone just trying to be a douchebag to you. Like I do believe there is different. Like if someone was like, "Oh, Baron, you're a fucking smug Australian cunt," like, well, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? Like that's not valid criticism. But if someone's like, "Hey, dude, if you did a little bit better on your editing of your videos, it might be a lot better for you." Like, all right, fair enough.
The key thing there is that what the examples you've just given are opinion based. Like you can't be wrong about an opinion when you're coming in and you're talking facts. It's like you objectively did this wrong and this is why you're a cunt, and it's just bullshit. You know that you can't wriggle out of that one. You can wriggle out of opinion based shit, but not factual shit. Yeah.
I sent you a DM. I'm gonna keep throwing some in there.
He's sliding into Bering's DMs there, geek.
Flip
sliding away there, buddy.
The fuck, they're fucking nannying me from your DMs. This media may contain sensitive material.
Oh yeah, because I'm a dirty boy. That Zephaniorian guy, he was doing a stream and he had his notifications tab open, and I may have tweeted him a big black dick, and while he was on stream.
I remember that. That was fucking awesome.
Oh, Jesus, when did Johnny send these tweets? These are pretty fucking bad.
Yeah, he sent them a bit earlier today. Got a couple more here.
Why don't you just screen share them, get it over with, geek?
Well, like I said, the only thing that I've seen
share with the class,
like it was what Tonka Saw has been saying on Twitter.
All right, hold on.
That's the only thing I've seen. Like fucking this guy, I don't fucking know him from Adam, and I could give a shit less. I'm not here to be popular. It's just, you know, my opinion. But like it really does. Like if someone is like in your Discord server saying like I can't say anything in public, but just wait, Tonka. It's like, bitch, please. Like what the fuck are you gonna do?
So that was the first one. You want me to put a bullet in my brain? Merry Christmas wish fucking granted.
It's that one that spooks me the most. That's
like Happy New Year. It's a New Year's resolution for him. Christmas is already fucking gone.
You want me dead? Come do it yourself. Nobody is stopping you. Well, you don't want to be a liar now, right?
And this guy is he's so full of himself and doesn't even understand. I mean, how many times has he talked to you, geek and VC, and doesn't understand who he's talking to? That whole thing where jokes just go right the fuck over his head.
I was doing Uncle Paul, and he just he thought it was a completely different person. I was like, "Hey, Johnny, how you doing, there, buddy?" and he's like, "Hey there, how's it going?"
Yeah.
He's just on the one stream. You're just changing voices.
This is in voice chat.
Yeah, this is in my voice in Discord.
Right. And then he didn't even get it. We were like, oh, he didn't get the joke. We're giggling, and then Geek does the Uncle Paulie thing again. And he's like, man, I'll meet people and I don't even know who they are. I don't remember, man. But you know, there was a time I was talking to this guy in voice chat, and he said something about the Geek too. And I said, I don't know, man. You got to talk to Geek. It was Geek. I was like, God damn, you're fucking funny.
Yeah, there's so many Fox memes and
Jesus.
Yeah, crash and burn, dude.
Has he been on a fucking? Has he been purging his tweets and shit? There's no.
Yeah, he did that. He did that last night or early this morning.
Because he went dark for a while, like right after the stream, like after he did his YouTube
He
channel
didn't go dark. He didn't go dark. he went into his Discord and was fucking chopping off heads. Like that's what he was doing because he realized that Max Sands had et tu brute him, you know. So he was just like, "How dare you!"
How long was he feeding him misinformation on this shit?
Well, Max
at one point,
Sands
2 years, 3 years,
3
and then 4
years,
years.
and then yeah, he keeps changing. I think the guy's kind of like up his own ass and trying to, you know, get his ego stroked.
What? So
What
hang
I've read
on.
from-
So is that just
long
something Johnny said, or did he actually feed him?
No, that's what Max said. That's what Max Sands
His
said. 'Cause
super
he
friend
came
that
in-
was going to save him, but he wouldn't
Right,
come
right.
in, and then he buried him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. That's like being in a fucking fist fight and then getting jumped by your best friend. Like,
Or
goddamn.
your friend holds you down for the punches.
Yeah, after Fox left, he
Yeah.
comes on and begins to just tear him apart on Andy's show. It was
That was fucking savage.
See, this is what I don't understand about this Max, this notorious guy. And I think Rags pegged it pretty good during the Worski stream. Is he's like, notorious? I don't know who you are. He's like, well, I'm notorious now. I've been on the Andy Worski stream. And this almost seems like a long
fucking
con for him to get
Christ.
attention.
Oh, fucking Christ. Oh, I'm notorious now. I've been on the Worski stream. Eat a bag of dicks. I can't fucking stand these little internet celebrities. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I enjoy a lot of people's content, but my God, you're still just a fucking person.
How I
It's
feel
just-
about it is
The problem is so many people think they're like big when they don't even have 1 million followers, at least 1 million followers. Like you can't really be
Well, look
big
at
until you
that.
have at least.
Look at that fucking social media influencer. She's like 86,000 subscribers, and she thinks she can go around just demanding shit for free because she'll talk about you.
Get comps at luxury hotels. You know, really.
The only people that can say they're a social media influencer and not sound arrogant is like people like PewDiePie because he has like 60 million people following him.
I mean that's not always true. I mean, you've got some YouTubers that aren't at the 1 million mark, but like I feel like they could be a bit of a social media influencer. I mean, probably not on the scale of PewDiePie, but I mean,
it's more a term that people call you. Like I've
like
had-
daddy,
I've-
like calling like a
No,
daddy.
We're not getting
more in
on
terms
daddy shit. We are not getting on
business. Like I've had sponsors come to me and say, "Oh, we want to do some influencer marketing with your type thing," and so people will call you that sort of thing. You don't go, "Oh, yeah, that's good because I'm an influencer." It's fucking gay.
Yeah, it is cringy as fuck for you to give yourself that own title. That is really fucking cringy.
Yeah,
It's like the daddy title. You don't call yourself daddy; a girl calls you daddy.
My, well, no, she won't.
Even that's a bit cringe though. That's a bit
A bitch will get fucking strangled. You say that shit. The only thing I will accept is Poppy, and she has to be Latino. That's it. I don't know.
Let Latinx be mindful.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Or is it Latinx?
That shit just reminds me of June and Greg. It fucking gives me the shudders.
Right? Oh God. Yeah.
They're engaged.
But not. But I mean, it is a valid point. Like I've heard people try and use that argument before when I've seen people, I guess, debate or argue. Like, well, look at my fucking sub count. Like, I got a lot of people following me and blah blah blah. Like, yeah, that can be a valid point sometimes. Like,
no, I don't reckon it ever is. I mean, it's valid in the sense that yeah, there's going to be some people fucking gang up on whoever you're debating or whatever. But that doesn't. So what? That's not you. That's not you winning an argument.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess I'm saying it more along the lines of like let's say, like you, for instance, you have a, really huge, massive following, a lot of subs, all that good stuff, right? Like you wouldn't take the time out of your day to do a response video to like some random default avatar that's talking shit in a YouTube video that you made. You know what I mean?
Oh no, it depends. Depends what it is. I'll respond to anyone. It really depends on what it is.
Atheist gamer, remember that, dude?
if it's just some obscure retard and they're just dumb as fuck and it just doesn't make sense, probably not. But if there's a comedy angle or something, fuck yeah, I'll do that shit.
I love me some chicks with dicks.
What's wrong with that extra treat?
That's one of the greatest trolls.
It's like one of the funniest things you've ever made, Bearing. When I saw that, I laughed nonstop.
I got a lot of hate for that. I got called transphobic heaps for that.
Oh, fuck that.
I was perpetuating violence against the trans community.
Oh Jesus! That fucking hate train for you will never stop. Like they've got their own Bearing fan club over there. They've got little posters of you on the wall, little voodoo dolls. They're stabbing daily.
Our number one target, Bearing. We must get him.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Jesus.
I mean, hell, if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't be relevant.
I have promoted them, especially like the likes of Christy and Tim and Michael. I promoted them a fair bit by making videos of them.
I think Tim's the only one of them that has a bit of hope. Like he's the only one because he's got a decent sense of humor.
We keep saying that. We keep saying that, and he fucking lets us down every time.
Well, I was trying to get Andy connected with Tim. I was like, come on, man. Yeah, Tim's got a good sense of humor. Like maybe bringing him in on your show, maybe we'll get him to go. These cunts aren't so bad, you know.
Oh, that one live stream that because I did that live stream with Andy and Tim and whatever his mate's name was. But that's the one thing about Tim where you know the others don't have. You at least it is possible to do a live stream with Tim and get along with him for an hour or for 2 hours, and then you just meet each other.
Right. Well, I mean, I always respect people that will, like, Andy might get a lot of shit for having certain people on his show, but at least the motherfucker has the balls to actually put people with different opinions on his show just to either debate or just talk.
I reckon
instead of like,
I reckon anyone who gives Andy shit because he has people that don't like on his show are just fucking shit cunts. That's a pathetic fucking opinion.
Well, they hate him because they are pissed at themselves that they're not doing it. Is what it boils down to, basically.
Right, and he's not pretending to be a fucking journalist, and he's not pretending to be a fucking intellectual. He's not pretending to be a PhD. He's got one that on his show. There's no.
I was wondering where you're going with that. Andy does not have a PhD, man. He does not have a PhD.
Yeah,
right. But instead of posing like Kraut did or like fucking Jeff Holiday, it's like he knows when to delegate out to a source and at least engage with that person, right?
Yeah, he has enough self-awareness to be like, hey, I'm just this fucking stoner dude from Canada, and I'm just doing a show. Like, that's it. Like, I'm just having people on my show to talk.
Yeah.
I mean, Tonka has said it before several times on the Kumite when he's talking about, like, that's why people are done with people who try and talk down to their audience or like, okay, guys, listen, I'm the authority on this subject. I have so much, I went to school for this and blah, blah, blah. And this pseudo-intellectual bullshit. It's like,
look at my sub count.
Well, I think people have reached the point that they're tired of people like putting on airs and trying to elevate their conversation to such a high level that there's no layman aspect to it, and they've grown kind of bored of that shit. So they kind of want to be entertained now, and they just want to hear people have a conversation. Like they don't want to hear people have a debate. They don't want to hear people spouting like all these statistics back and forth. They just want to hear like, what do you believe? Why do you believe what you believe? And that's it. That's what, and then people can make their decision based off of what they hear.
Yep, fucking A, dude. And that is so much better than sitting there listening to people try and actually quote unquote debate. It's like, no, just sit there and talk. Like I would be talking to you guys right now the same way I would be if we was at a local bar, just sitting here shooting the shit, talking. That's how it should be. Like this is why I think the way I think, the things that I think. Here's why I think that. Here's how I got from point A to point B. Tell me what you think about it. Not, let me pull up this Google, article about this and show you the statistics. Like, nah, dude, give a fuck. Like, just tell me what you think.
Yeah, I agree.
How am I a co-host on this shit show and I don't have a wrench in chat? What the fuck, IRATE?
Yeah, that's pretty offensive.
Yeah.
We can't give you too much power, geek. We can't. Like, you just can't have that kind of power, bro.
No, I just don't want T-Tac. I just don't want T-Tac to be able to censor me.
I consider T-Tac kind of like a there's an open door adjunct type of position there that he holds on this deal, so he can occasionally come in and out. So
T-Tac's good people. T-Tac's real good people.
Yeah, T-Tac is cool.
Yeah,
he's a cunt.
He's got them sexy lady hips. That's what he's got.
I was waiting for someone to do it. Like, oh no, actually, fuck that guy. T-Tac, fuck him.
He sucks at Warframe too. He sucks at Warframe. So does Ghastly. He's terrible. Ghastly's garbage too. All fail blue whale, motherfucker. All fail.
You do not go against a family. No, pride power, motherfucker. I'll be screaming that every fucking day. Hashtag well gang.
Okay, guys. You're both pretty.
You're pretty, okay?
I do all right for myself.
Yeah. Yeah. We were talking, Tennessee and I, before the deal got going, about there's an article I wanted to pull up and talk about because you know what, Barry, you know what happened last Sunday in Hawaii? With the, the missile thing.
Yeah.
You know, they got an alert saying, you know, missiles are coming, put your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, that's fucked.
Yeah, and something funny about it is that Pornhub they let out the stat that that during during the actual drill, or whatever you want to call it, the hits from Hawaii went down, negative 77%, and
it spiked the other way.
Yeah, I'm here. I got some shit going on in my ears that I can't stop. So, but after the God, after the fucking the alarm, everybody said it was okay. There's not missiles coming.
Yeah, my bad.
Was like the hits from from Hawaii were like 500-600% of what they had been.
Everyone's going the relief.
Fapping and shit.
Fucking, I think, God, what's his name? Ben Shapiro tweeted that out. It was like after the all clear and like, hey guys, I know we basically said you and all of your family and everybody is gonna in a nuclear strike. My bad. It was just a false alarm. After that happened and the all clear was sounded, Pornhub went up like 50%. Everyone's like, oh, thank God, it's time to fap. We're fucking alive. We made it another day without North Korea bombing us all. Wank, 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 wank.
Get that release, man. Get the release going. Oh Lord.
There's going to be a spike in pregnancies in that area here in about 9 months, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would bet on it.
You know what, baby? We might get a nuclear strike anytime. Like, do we really need to wear a condom this time? I mean, come on, let's think about this. Let me raw dog it, babe. Come on, what's up?
Yeah, why are you raw dog it? Why are you gonna waste your time blowing the no? If the world's gonna fucking end and you're worried about it, man, you want to try to talk her into porn sex. You want to like blow it on her face or tits. I mean,
yeah.
This is some.
I'm coming in the back door tonight, honey. I don't give a shit. We're going in the hole.
Red sent this article from it was from Craigslist. This was needed. Check this out. Needed generic father figure for backyard barbecue in Spokane. To interested individuals, we'll be throwing a backyard barbecue on June the 17th to celebrate beer with each other. We range in age from 21 to 26, and most of us will know how to operate a grill. None of us are prepared to fill the role of barbecue dad. With that being said, we're in need of a generic father figure from 4 p.m. Till about 8 p.m., though you may stay for the full duration of the party. Duties include grilling hamburgers
with a beer
and hot dogs, right? Bringing your own grill. Though this is subject to change, we will provide all the meat. Refer to attendees as big guy, chief, and sport, and champ. And talk about dad.
They're going all out.
like lawnmowers, building your own deck, Jimmy Buffett, etc. Funny anecdotes are highly encouraged, all whilst drinking beer. Desired experience, minimum of 18 years experience as a father, minimum of 10 years grilling. We can't put
how do you check these references?
I know we can't pay you any money, but we can give you all the food and cold beer your heart desires. You know, grill for a few hours, sit back, crack open a few cold ones with the boys. This is a great deal. I mean, this is a real ad. Do not hesitate. If you're interested, please reference us with given applicants, Billy, Randy, and Dave. And then in the comment section, some guy points out, it says, you know, man, it's kind of like fucking pitiful that they had to do this, you know, because they couldn't find, you know, yeah, it was
like, why wouldn't you just ask?
Dads.
Why wouldn't you just ask for an older cook or something, or older?
Yeah,
like, it just
they get catering.
It does seem sad. It's just
but they need a daddy. They wanted somebody to call daddy.
I want a dad, man. Come on, Pops.
They should have just gone on to like Grindr or something and found a father.
I'll be your daddy.
Hey, there's apparently women on Grindr now, so there's chicks on Grindr as well.
Yeah, quote unquote women.
Chicks with dicks.
Imagine if like an actual chick like fucking got onto the helpline and said, What's going on? I'm not getting any luck. I'm not meeting any guys. You know, like you said, you're accepting women. How would they explain it? Well, yeah, we accept women, but you've got to be a guy though.
We accept women, but you need to have a penis.
I identify as male today, so like, yeah.
Well,
I mean,
hold on, but isn't Grindr just for gay people?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gay males.
Yes.
No, I don't think it's like.
But they've gone down a politically correct thing, and because like some gay dudes are like trans people and they identify as women and shit, but they still date blokes. It's like, well, we've got to you know, call them women if they want to be called women. So therefore, we accept
I see
women.
where you're going.
So they don't actually accept women. They just say they do, so those people can feel like welcome. It's ridiculous.
Trap flaps activate.
Oh man!
Actually, they've got a fucking. I was going to do another video about this, but I'll bring it up. It was a fucking. They've got a help section now, a gender help section. That I was having a look at.
A gender help section.
I feel gay. I feel so gay typing in Grindr into my browser.
As long as you don't get hard in the process, you're okay, Bearing.
Yeah, fair enough. No, there's women on it.
Don't worry, Bearing.
Yeah, women. Be careful with that title of woman.
Completely.
God damn it, geek, with that fucking voice again. Jesus Christ, bro. That's
Tennessee. You be quiet.
See, Uncle Paul is bringing up fond memories I tried to repress. This isn't fair.
I want to murder his vocal cords every time he says that voice, every time he uses it.
That little Tennessee.
Because you get hard from it.
Jesus Christ, y'all are stepping on my fucking jokes.
Thank you, Red. I appreciate
There's no Mencias. There's just a bunch of assholes.
Like a bunch of fucking autistic elephants trouncing around all over my jokes.
Have a listen to this. This is in an article in this gender help center on fucking Grindr. So the name of this article is how can I respectfully ask a trans person what they like sexually, right? And so part of it goes, some trans people use words associated with their gender identity, even if their genitals look different than cis people's. For example, a trans man, someone who lives as a man today, who obviously was a chick, may use the word dick, even if he hasn't had a surgery to enlarge it. So, no, you need to get surgery. Get a dick. It's not an enlargement. You need to get a dick, full stop. Then there's this other one goes oh fuck, where is it? Oh, for example, a trans man might refer, so a trans man being a dude who was a chick, right? For example, a trans man might refer to their front hole.
Their front hole.
Oh, no.
I've heard front bum, but like never front hole.
You can imagine him trying to be all manly about it. Oh, it's just at an itchy front hole.
No, just being like trying to hit on a person like that. Like, hey, baby, what that front hole do? Like, what the front go?
Yeah.
Oh, special thanks to BTK. No donation of $350. It says, did someone say chicks with dicks? Trap flaps activated.
Them's the best flaps right there. That's some based flaps.
We
That
love
is the
BTK. Bass Trap Kayla is the shit.
Yeah,
She's awesome.
Yes. Well, I mean, y'all talk a lot of I mean, not y'all in general, but just people. Like, everybody talks a lot of shit about all this trans stuff and everything else. But, I mean, my God, like, it's getting to the point. I would hate to be, like, in the dating game as a young person now, like, 16, 17, 18, because it's like, you might go to, like, a nightclub and hit on a person who looks like a woman and they have a dick. Or, like, you try and hit on a girl, fucking feminist, and now you raped her.
I feel like my story is going to come up again.
Yeah.
So it's either
I've been in that position, and I was older, like where I was hitting on a chick, and it was Greenwich Village. That's where all the gays are in New York City. And I went to a bar, and this chick was checking me out. I was checking her out, and she like grabbed on my junk while we were sitting at a table. And
when it was a dude, it ended up being a dude.
Oh yeah, so I reached over. I reached over and I kind of like slid my hand up the skirt, and then I touched. Oh, no. I was like, I felt balls.
Surprise!
I felt balls. I was like, oh no.
Are you being serious?
I'm 100% serious.
Do you know what that reminds me of? You guys have seen Crocodile Dundee, right?
Hang on. Sorry.
I did.
So how did this end? What happened? What happened then?
He fucked him.
Well,
what do you think?
What?
He got a dick wet. What do you think?
No. We met eyes, and I had like this mild look of terror, and then we went and played pool, and then I fucked off at the end of the night and fucking went home and masturbated.
Oh God!
Did you say is that balls? Is that balls?
No. I both understood what happened at that moment. We knew that this was not a love to be had.
Damn, baby, been a while since you stayed down there, huh? And what? Oh, that's not a vagina.
This bitch has got tumors on her pussy. I'm just.
It's not a tumor.
I just ended up taking her home and fucking her in the ass and just trying to convince myself that that's just a really big,
It's a really swollen clit. That's what it is. She's hung like a female horse. That's all it is.
Yeah, the entire time. Got him, her, it bent over like this is not gay. This is not gay. This is not gay. Feels good.
Dude, there are a decent amount of trannies out there that can look way better than women. I'm just saying, regular women. It happens.
I mean, it would be like the scene from American Psycho. Geet's just looking at himself in the mirror, like trying to flex. Like, I'm fucking masculine, bro. This is not gay at all, dude. Like
Patrick Bateman.
This is
screw y'all. Don't judge me.
This kind of segues in a way. UK government appoints a minister for loneliness.
What?
Prime Minister May.
Does he come and give you a hug if you're lonely or something? What is that?
Check this out. Prime Minister May is hoping to cheer up the millions of Britons who have lived in a sad, unhealthy state of chronic loneliness. All right. Ours has been called the age of loneliness, despite the communication being easier than ever. Thanks to modern technology, people are even lonelier and feeling more disconnected from life than ever before. While everyone has experienced some degree of loneliness, which usually passes after a conversation with a good friend or a fun outing, a great number of people suffer from chronic loneliness, an awful state of perceived solitude that never relents. In the U.S., it's thought that between 20 and 30% of the population in the UK, it's 9 million people out of 65 million. 85% of disabled young people and 50% of adults aged 75 and older. And when people are chronically lonely, they can go days, even weeks without any kind of social interaction. Of course, reports that around 200,000 older people in the UK have not had a conversation with a friend or relative in more than a month. And so the government has set up this. I thought this was going to be funny. And,
he's just like, goddamn,
it's fucking not.
That's profoundly sad, man.
That is profoundly fucking sad. Goddamn.
Hey, did you hear about? Did you hear about? I haven't seen an article, but Tits was telling me that apparently the Prime Minister of New Zealand, it's a chick, wants to take 6 months off to have a baby.
What? Seriously?
The Prime Minister is going, no, I want to have maternity leave.
How could you not do that job while having a baby? I mean, you could still do that.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a little more than she bargained for.
You got the baby on the tit, fucking setting national policy.
I mean, if you're a prime minister, you have resources. You can like get probably the best babysitters.
I'm just imagining a prime minister like sitting there breastfeeding or some shit. Like, oh shit, I can't sign it. I got titty milk on the document. God damn it. Go print off some more. Print off some more. Yet more evidence.
It's not that she wouldn't have the resources. It's that her mind would be out of it. Like, to be a prime minister, you've got to be just spot on. You've got to live and breathe it, man. Like, you can't be having babies. Fuck off.
Right. Right.
So what are they going to appoint, like an acting prime minister while she's gone?
I think that's what she proposed. I mean, I haven't read an article or anything on it yet, but I'm gonna have a look at it.
Well, not to sound like a dumb, ignorant American, but I am one. So, do prime ministers, do they have like a vice president type thing to where it's like a vice?
Oh yeah, there'll be a fucking deputy prime minister.
Yeah, there's a succession. Okay.
Yeah, then wouldn't they just take over for the 6 months? Then probably?
They would, but that's not the point. Like, I feel like if having a baby was on the cards, then you probably shouldn't have run. And
should have taken care of that shit before you ran for office.
Well, here's the thing, though. The reason they provide so many resources to like presidents and prime ministers is so that if something happens, they can still do their job with no excuse. Because they have all the travel needs met by the government. They have all their living needs met by the government so that they can focus on their job. So she should be able to have it taken care of and get right back to work like right away because she's a head of state. She has all the resources available so that she can do what she was elected to do.
Yeah, but I get what you're saying. The resources are there, but that's not going to change the biological makeup of that woman who wants to think about and spend time with her baby she's just given birth to. You know, that it's not going to not going to take that away. That urge to be with the baby. You're the prime minister. You got to, as I say, you got to live and breathe the fucking country. You know, you got to be spot on.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely see both sides of this, but I think, that's a valid fucking point, man. I mean, if she wanted to have kids, she should have either thought about that before she ran or, took. Is she old? Do you know how old she is?
I don't know. I don't know much about it. And I suppose, like, I'm just sort of thinking out loud. I mean, it probably is a bit of a fucking admittedly sexist position because it probably would be completely different for a bloke, wouldn't it? I mean.
Well, no, because I mean, I don't think it's sexist to not or to take into account biological facts. I mean, it's like, women have babies. Like, if y'all want to do that shit, you need to do it while they.
Well, I probably meant sexist by my opponent's standards.
I don't want to sound like
everything is sexist considering your opponent's standards.
Do they actually have standards, or are they flexible buzzwords?
Oh, they're flexible, completely flexible. It's whatever Bering's doing is unethical.
Yep.
Isn't it great to be so important that people have so much hate for you?
I do feel special every now and then.
So many hate boners in this world for you.
Yeah.
Hey, well, you're getting the world hard, one video at a time. Or one tweet at a time when you're not banned on Twitter.
Yeah, let's not even joke about that, folks. Let's not even joke about that.
Sometimes I wondered about bearing is that, you know, at the end of every one of your videos, there's a certain song that plays. Have you ever talked about your band or anything to anybody? Or what that was all about?
Yeah. So I was in a band for ages. What do you want to know about it? I'm happy to talk about it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, like, you know, like how many years are y'all still together? Are you still are you still in the studio and shit?
No, we're still good mates. We don't play really anymore. Although there was some talk that we might on Sunday or tomorrow, just for a bit of fun. But well, I actually started that band when I was I think I was 11, 12 or something. It was right at the start of high school. And
oh wow.
And the three core blokes were sort of always in it, and then we sort of interchanged with a couple of lead guitarists. But yeah, no, the band was good fun. We used to gig very, very heavily. So you know, usually in our own city or you know, another nearby sort of capital, you know, another close states capital city type thing. But it was really good fun.
It's awesome.
Hey, what were your influences?
Oh, that was the other thing. Actually, we actually got to share the stage with a lot of our influences because in Australia, there's a regulation that if like an international band comes and does a tour, that they've got to have an Australian support band to open up the show.
Oh, cool.
And so we were influenced by like you know, like No Effects and fucking Bad Religion, you know.
Oh yeah.
Fucking Rancid, fucking Propagandy.
So you were into like that 90s punk, ska type of.
Yeah, not so much ska, but yeah, that was part of the scene as well, I suppose. But
punk resurgence.
We got to play, we got to meet and hang out with and play, you know, share stages with all of our favorite bands. So we hung out with No Effects, we hung out with Bad Religion and Strung Out and No Use for a Name and fucking just.
Oh, I haven't heard of that band name in forever. No Use for a Name.
Yeah. Well, the lead singer fucking, what was his name? He died a few years ago. It was really sad.
Yeah, I can't remember his name either.
Yeah, he was a great musician though. But
that was my era of music. I was really into, like, you know, the punk music, and of course I got into ska and then I started falling into that new metal type crowd where
no, hold
on.
New metal.
I went to school with Wes Borland from Limp Bizkit in Jacksonville. Yeah, I went to Douglas Anderson with him, and so I'd hang out at the Milk Bar and shit, and
at the Milk Bar.
Yeah, well, that was the name of this club that was downtown.
Oh, right.
Yeah, so
in Australia, Milk Bar, like Milk Bars is like the corner store. That's what they.
But I started kind of getting into that scene a bit, and then eventually I started like falling into this weird acoustic route. Like I like just acoustic music for a while. It was fucking weird.
I can dig acoustic music. That's what I do now. Now that I don't, because I've always got to be playing some sort of music. But now that I don't, you know, we're not active in the band. I just record acoustic shit in my studio.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it is good stuff. Yeah, that's why I want to bring it up, because it's like one of my favorite things about it's one of the things that got me interested in you. I think one of the first times I got exposed to you was you were in some kind of a stream with some like Polish dude, man, that was into the Beatles.
That, you know who that was? It's funny you bring him up. Actually, that's his name's Sol. He on Twitter he goes by oh fucking fuck, what's his name? Done Reasoning is his name on Twitter, but he's actually a fucking the way I got introduced to him was he just approached me one day. This is about a year and a half ago, and says, "Oh, I love your music." So I put out an acoustic album, a couple of years ago. And he goes, I've been listening to that. I really love it, and I want to do a cover song of one of your songs. Which one would you like me to do? And so I told him, to do this one. And when he came back to me about a month later. And what I didn't know is that he's actually a classically trained professional music. Like, this cunt plays fucking like the piano at like fancy fucking operas and fucking. He's a serious musician.
Philharmonic.
And what he did to one of my songs was just fucking jaw dropping. It's just like, I'm just this fucking old punk rocker that just sits there with a guitar and screams and shit. Like this, he turned it into actual really sweet sounding music. It was amazing.
That does sound pretty fucking badass, actually. Like, one of my personal things that I love doing is I love going to metal festivals. That's my big, vacation that I always take every year. And like, there's just something about being at a festival and hearing live music. Like, you just don't get that from listening to, a recording on, CD or something like that. When you're actually in like a crowd of like, God, thousands of fucking people, and you love the song that's being played, and you just fucking feel it in your goddamn bones. Like, that's just something that really people, if they've never experienced it, they really need to. Like, music is fucking awesome.
The Polish guy that you just that you asked about, I'll put the video up because I published the cover song that he did of mine on YouTube. I'll chuck it in the Hangout.
Dude, I'd love to hear that.
Oh yeah, dude, for sure.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And he brought in one of his mates. This other guy from Los Angeles who's also he's a professional, like an actual professional fucking singer type thing. Like, he's a session singer. So like bands will hire him to come and do backup vocals and shit.
Now that you're such a music connoisseur, I've got a question for you, because there's a gentleman that I had discovered. If you click on that My Circle link, and I'll go ahead and present
yourself, sexy stud.
I'm just curious if you've ever heard of this guy.
Oh my god, geek.
Oh my god.
Oh, that guy. Oh my god. God damn it. The only reason I know about this is because of Unknown Archive on the dump. That is the only reason I know about this guy.
Same here, Rod. Hey man, I gonna hate the guy's hustle if he wants to do that. I'm all about
let's get into this man's. This is I Wear My Sunglasses at Night by Corey Hart. Great 80s song.
Oh god, geek, I hate you. Where's the audio, geek?
We can't hear it.
Oh, you can't. How can you not hear it?
Because you fucked
You're
up.
in the My Circle, right? Click the My Circle. Jesus Christ on the fucking cross. Fuck.
Like, God damn it, you lazy bastards. He's not going to do it for us.
Sorry, I was over here fucking around with some ass hats in the chat. When I say ass hats in terms of endearment, because I don't know who they are. I'm just, people are asking
not
questions. Click on the My Circle link.
My Circle TV. I put it in the side chat.
Yeah.
All right, I got My Circle going.
All right, start it over, geek.
It's close enough. Fuck it.
There we go. Oh God, I wear my sunglasses, but I don't think the chat will be able to hear it.
Yeah, they will.
Again,
it should be.
Well, IRATE has his audio set up that it presents whatever he hears. Oh, that's right. No OBS.
This guy's moves are amazing.
It's like Eddie Murphy if he quit doing crack.
Or mixed his crack with a little bit of fucking testosterone or some shit.
You guys need to stop stepping over this guy's talent.
Eddie Murphy didn't do crack.
I was about to say, that's an unsubstantiated rumor there, Red.
Unsubstantiated, but it's still there.
Mm-hmm.
You guys cannot let a bit go. Like, I swear to Christ.
They couldn't hear it anyway.
They couldn't hear it?
No.
How
coming through.
It fix your audio.
He's not running OBS, Geek.
I'm not running OBS, dude.
Oh, Lord. You need to get on OBS, man.
Well, I didn't want to risk screwing it up for tonight. I have it set and ready to rock and roll. And
Restart it, Geek. I'll put my headset on the microphone.
No, it's all right. The bit's dead.
It's dead. It died.
That's fucking quality though. His spirit is just exemplary. His spirit's all over the spirit.
Oh god. Me and Red's been killing Geek tonight,
but
man.
He has got a vast library.
Does he really?
Oh yes. His name is Buff Corell. He has got a vast library of videos,
and they're all similar to. Oh, this is the standard sort of. Format. You feel like.
Yeah. So I'll link it. I'll link his. That's his channel in the side chat right there. Little disappointed he didn't have Land Down Under. That's like one of my favorite 80s songs.
Dude. Yeah, it's like I was in it.
It is his format, isn't it? He stayed true to it.
Yeah. What's amazing is he has that poster in the background of himself.
It was that of himself. That's awesome.
And y'all motherfuckers be hating on me because I got a picture of myself in the background. Shit, I love myself. Y'all talk.
I was in a band in the 80s actually. Yeah, we started out. We were influenced by like Black Flag, guys like that. Yeah. And kind of ended up kind of going into kind of like weird, I don't know, REM-ish kind of shit at the end. You know, yeah, it kind of mutated into that. It's like, you know, it's a sad story. It's fucking Spinal Tap. You know, I mean, seriously, it's one of those. It's horrible.
Did you record much music?
Yeah, I got a couple songs out there. I might turn you onto them. I'm kind of. Cool. I've got two that I'm really proud of, and then the rest was just shit.
Dude, you should find the worst ones and we should listen to them next week.
Yeah, we should.
The worst ones. Pick the ones that make you cringe the most, and then we all just sit here and listen and critique them.
I don't know. They're all pretty fucking good, man.
You know what?
Bring your stuff, man.
Dude, I gotta admit that is one era.
You said only two of them are good, so yeah, you know, I would have to.
Dude, I would consider. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I was gonna say, like, that is definitely one era that I would like to really live in. The whole, like, you know, hair metal era, where it was just like, you know, just chicks and partying and drugs and just fuck the world. Let's have fun. Like, it was fun.
Yeah,
I would have liked
it. It was crazy, but it was, you know, it's everything looks better in the rearview mirror, man.
I don't think my liver could handle the fucking Keith Richards lifestyle. I just don't think it. I just don't think I could. I think I'd be dead by now. Because I do things to excess. So
yeah, he's a fucking trooper, isn't he? He's a trooper.
That man is officially a fucking zombie. Like he can't.
Him and Betty White, you know. She turned
dude, you just
6 the other day. Did y'all know that?
Just be fucking downing goddamn Jack Daniels while plowing a girl from behind and snorting coke off her ass. You'd be fine, Geek. You'd be fine, dude. One time.
I get some real bad shit. That's what would happen. I've seen what's that movie with fucking Robert Downey Jr. Fuck, I can't even remember her name now. It's all about drugs. God damn it.
Yeah,
Less Than Zero. Less Than Zero. Yeah,
Less Than Zero. Yeah,
I'd be Robert Downey Jr. in Less Than Zero. My life would
I haven't seen Less Than Zero. Is that an 80s movie or something?
Yeah, 80s movie.
So yeah, it's one of those. It's like, you know, it's like drugs and cocaine and heroin.
I can't remember the girl's name. She was also in The Lost Boys, right?
Yeah, man, that chick. She was like only in 2 big movies and then disappeared. Jamie Gertz.
Yeah, Jamie.
Yeah.
I've heard that name. But I mean, the good thing about that time frame, it was just all party drugs. Like, it was not like goddamn sticking needles in your arm and doing meth or fucking
that shit was all
eating
around.
goddamn.
Yeah,
eating
it was only having
goddamn
risky sex in the 80s where AIDS was fucking blowing the fuck up.
Yeah.
No, dude, no. You just sprinkle a little bit of cocaine on your dick.
That was when the Uber AIDS was around that kills you in like a month.
Exactly. No, you're right.
God.
That was the big deal, man. Everybody was just terrified of sex, so he was like tearing through the cocaine and MDMA, man. I met Hunter S. Thompson.
Dude, that's dope as fuck.
Yeah, it was dope as fuck, man. It was one of the greatest experiences I had. I asked him what he thought about ecstasy, and he said it was the hallucinogen equivalent to Coors Light. Yeah, he thought it was bullshit.
That does sound like some Hunter S. Thompson.
Yeah, that man lived on mescaline. That guy lived mescaline. Yeah, what the fuck? You should up to him with ecstasy.
Exactly. He was like, "Give me some good mescaline."
That's like bringing in alcoholic fucking wine coolers.
Yeah.
What the fuck? He's back fucking cocaine or something. Is that what his thing was?
Yeah.
Well, didn't Hunter S. Thompson kill himself?
No.
He had himself. He died of cancer, and he had himself shot out of a cannon.
What?
Yeah, he had himself
cremated.
He got cremated, right? And they put him in a cannon and shot him.
Well, dude, there's
for his request.
Like, there's these old school videos of like Hunter S. Thompson at like his ranch and shit, and he would just get in like firefights with his neighbors and shit, just like shooting guns at one another and shit. Like, he was a crazy bastard.
Be on 3-day benders, man. It's fucking half ounce of cocaine and
fucking cowboy boots, boxer shorts,
case of Jack Daniels and shit. Yeah, exactly.
And a fucking night coat, just walking around shooting shit with a fucking revolver.
Yeah, and that cigarette holder, and shit.
Fucking rock and roll, motherfucker.
Some straight, it's like, yeah, you got some weird heroes, man. It's like, no, I don't. He was he was awesome, man. That dude was great.
There is something to be said for someone who lives their life completely fucking free.
I met him and Lemmy. I actually talked to Lemmy for about 15, 20 minutes one night after it was really horrible small gig. 200 people showed up. And this was Motorhead, like after Iron Fist had come out. Or Orgasmatron. This is like 2 or 3 albums after Ace of Spades, which is the greatest heavy metal album ever created. And I don't know, man.
Would not fight you on that opinion.
He was awesome. Dude, he was awesome. He was just
Well, I mean, I've never met him, but I've seen interviews of him. He seemed like he was a really cool dude.
He was roadieing. He was literally just packing up shit and carrying it to the truck himself. Which I thought was impressive as shit.
God damn. I mean, don't get me wrong, man. I've had some wild nights myself, but I mean, like, if you're getting to the point to where you're like walking down the stairs in like the Wolf of Wall Street, like Leonardo DiCaprio and shit, you're like, I've got to make it home, and you're just falling and you can barely fucking get in your car. Nah, dude. Like, I'm good on that type of stuff.
That's a great scene, though. That whole Ferrari thing, man. That was a great
movie. That was a great movie.
It is.
I've seen that made into a meme, and it was like Marines after the Marine Corps birthday celebrating Veterans Day. Like, I've got to get out and celebrate being a veteran now. I'm still drunk from the Marine Corps birthday. To the bar. Which I've done that before, I'm not gonna lie, but still.
So, Barry, what are your favorite? What's your favorite type of movie? What are you into? Talk to us.
Movie. I'm not a massive movie guy. I like I just like random things that just come away. Like I'll watch that fucking what was that one you suggested before? what was it? One less than zero. I'll probably download that a bit later. But I like all the Godfathers and shit were fucking rad.
Fuck yeah, Baron.
Did you ever see Reservoir Dogs?
Reservoir
Yeah.
What about
Yeah,
Scarface?
Baron? Oh, fuck yeah. But I can't stand fucking, I usually can't stand like new shit. Like the last time Tits dragged me to the movies was the last Star Wars, not this one, but one before that. And I fell asleep in 5 minutes. I was just asleep.
God, I love how he describes that too. The last time Titch dragged me out of the house to go see it.
Pulled away from the internet.
No, it's not necessarily always on the internet, but like she does have to drag me to the movie. I hate going to the movies. I can't stand the movies.
That's
always so dirty and so close to somebody for such a high price.
Well, that's why, like the movie theater by my house, they have recliners in them, and it even has a bar. In there,
yeah,
so,
the biggest movie theater that I live next to in Knoxville. Like it's like you can buy a beer. They have like nice ass recliners. You have a bunch of like open space. You can actually get like waited on. Like you can actually ask someone like, "Hey, go to the bar and get me a beer." Like, okay, sir, 1 moment. That'd be like $10.
We've got all that in like gold class cinemas here as well. But I mean, it's not, to me. It's not about that. Like I'm a real like I'm a fucking real restless cunt. Like even when I'm making videos, I'll sit down for half an hour and I'll work, and then I'll get distracted and I'll record a bit of a song, or I'll go out and mow the lawn or something. So it's more about like I hate the idea of going into a cinema and knowing that I have to be here for 2 hours. I can't pause the movie and fuck off and be distracted on something. You know,
Barry is officially my 9-year-old kid.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Well, I mean, I totally get that though, dude. Like that's why shit like Netflix took off the way it did. It's like people want to watch it in the comfort of their own home.
I always thought like
even just YouTube. Like I'm probably the fucking YouTube's big. I'm always on YouTube watching other cunts. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I always thought like that like production companies should always do something where they offer some type of device that you can actually have in your own home, where you can rent the movie for like a large amount of money, like like $50 for a showing, and like you could watch a movie that is in theaters. Because there's
that's out in cinemas, you mean?
They do that now.
Where?
No, but not.
There's one called Voodoo.
Was it?
Yeah.
Voodoo? No.
Like when they're out in the cinemas type thing, like when they're at that time. Shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I just think Voodoo is just another regular video service. I don't think it's You're talking VUDU, right?
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Voodoo is sort of like Amazon, Netflix, and shit like that. Yeah.
Okay. I thought I'd seen them showing like stuff that's in the theaters right now.
But yeah, just imagine like, you could just say, hey, fuck this shit. I can make some spaghetti and lay it on my belly while I watch The Last Jedi,
Exactly. Yeah, that's that kind of shit. You've just captured the spirit of it. That's exactly what I'm doing.
I could just have like a bag of chips splayed open on my stomach while I'm like slouched over on my couch.
I could be a fat lazy cunt in the privacy of my own home, goddammit. That's all I want.
If I want to freeze frame and butt off overlay, I fucking should be able to.
That's right.
Can you imagine doing that? Like seeing a guy do that in like an actual theater? Like, hold on a minute. Hold on. Pause the movie. Hold on. Gotta go make
But just imagine how much money that fucking would make. That would make so much fucking money. I think overall box office sales would like skyrocket, because there are times I think to myself, I'm like, well, I mean, I'm spending $50 anyways to go.
The cinema would go to fucking business though, wouldn't it?
It's like between your drinks, food, your tickets, and then not having the hassle of having you know, somebody going, "Oh shit, girl, don't go in there." Come open that door. You know, like you don't have to worry about that shit. That's worth $50.
That's funny, man.
Fucking
It reminds me-
racist.
First time I
Fucking
saw Halloween, man. That was funny as shit.
I can get my Orville Redenbacher going, and I can pause it.
Though, movie theater popcorn is pretty fucking legit. I will say that.
No, I have to agree there. I do have to agree. It's something you can't really replicate that at all.
No.
Proprietary shit that they scored on it, man.
Yeah, that fucking awful chemical that's probably killing us slowly.
Yeah. Also used as axle grease in the automotive industry. And tastes good. Fuck it. Someone's got to kill us.
I'm always a bit of a like my go-to is Skittles or Twizzlers.
No,
I'm a fan of Skittles. I like Skittles.
I'd rather eat M&Ms.
Nah. A large order of popcorn, extra butter, extra salt. I'm all about that life.
I like Musketeers, man. That whipped shit's good. I don't know.
Those are pretty good.
Classic. I don't know. I think we've had this video before, on this stream before.
I had a company send me a box of, I don't know why, they just got in touch and said, "Oh, we want to send you a box of lollies," and so I'm like, "Oh, you gonna jizz on it or anything?" And no, they didn't jizz on it. They sent me a box of lollies from all around the world.
I like how he has to clarify they didn't jizz on them.
Well, fucking come on, man. You wouldn't you? That's the first thing my brain thinks. What's going on?
Well, maybe if the company was secretly run by Christy Winters, maybe.
That's honestly, you know how YouTubers have PO boxes and they say, "Oh, send me shit," and I'll do like unboxing, like heaps of people do that. I've never done that, and I refuse to, because the very first thing I think of is just getting some item, just some random gift item, and just putting my balls all over it, and just wrapping it up, sending it to them, and just watching it. just knowing that my balls have fucking just been wrapped all over whatever you're touching.
Watch it over and over again.
Yeah. That would be honest. That'd be fucking seriously enjoyable. That would be entertaining.
Goddamn, Barry's doing a live stream of an unboxing, and someone in his live chat, "Yeah, homie, I rub my balls all over that shit."
I would be afraid that if someone really hated me, like if I was a bigger YouTuber and I did that, and someone really hated me, I'd open up a box and like, "Hey guys, look at this! I'm doing a live stream where I'm opening up you guys' stuff that you sent me," and then it's like a bomb would be in there, and then blow up in my face. Bad, like all Breaking Bad style, just like.
There's always
dark.
You're gonna be fucking dead after that. But like, if this played out like it did in my head, I'd be creative too. I'd send the YouTuber like a harmonica or something they've got to put on
Put their mouth on.
Yeah, or some sort of novel whistle or something. My balls would be all over that shit.
God damn it, man.
Well, I'm like thinking like Twizzlers and like unsealing the bag, and just taking every Twizzler out and just
man, get real. Put it down your
sliding it.
Yeah,
sliding it into my ass crack.
Quality out of that shit.
No, to be fair, you're probably not gonna eat something that someone has sent to you. Like, you're probably not. But like,
I thought it was a sealed bag of Twizzlers that happened.
I'm not now. That's for sure.
Hang on. You know Jeremy, the one that just had the drama with fucking that gay fucking card game.
Yeah,
he literally got a bag of dicks sent to him. Like, there's these lolly fucking dicks like that you can buy.
Oh my god, there's actually a website for that.
Yeah. Someone sent him an abusive letter and with a bag of dicks, and he hate them. He's like, "No, that's fun. There might be dicks, but they're still not. It's actual lollies."
Right. Well, goddamn, Baron has thought this shit out like a goddamn Bond villain. Like, I'm gonna get a fucking harmonica, balls on it, and everything.
In like the parallel universe where Bond villains just rub their balls on shit and send it to Bond.
I'm just going to point out that Failure Accomplished has a PO box. I just want to point this out.
Isn't that interesting?
And he loves Hamburger Helper. He needs Hamburger Helper in his life.
Want your man juice, Failure.
Such a fucking horrible. fair, the whole Bond villain thing, I mean, you are Australian, so it can't be like a super badass Bond villain, just one that rubs his balls on stuff, you know.
Yeah.
The real Bond villains are the freaking koalas and the drop bears. Don't forget the drop bears.
See, we could even use that. We could use the fact that I'm Australian to sort of to mask. I'll send someone a didgeridoo. Go, oh, greetings from Australia. It's a didgeridoo. You know.
Play out your ass. Right.
That is what I'm fucking saying. God damn it, Barian is like a goddamn Australian Bond villain. He's masterminding this fucking shit.
Barry, have you ever seen that dude named Nick Fuentes?
Yeah. I disagree with him. He's a bit weird, but fuck, he's funny. He's a funny cunt.
Does he not look just like fucking Christy Winters? Like
he doesn't. I gotta look this guy up now.
He's the one that he's the one that he's like a fucking a podcaster. He's the one that's like, he's so right wing and so Christian, right? He was on that live stream with Theron Meyer.
Theron Meyer, right? Yeah.
Theron Meyer's gone, what happened to me in your perfect society? He's gone, you'd probably have to go and see a doctor. You know, we don't have any trannies around.
Get some electroshock.
That was goddamn. He had Lauren Southern, Romy Millennial, Theron, and that dude. Yeah, because Lauren Southern hosted it. I remember that. And he was just like, well, you probably have to go see a doctor.
Yeah. So it's like I don't agree with him, but the shock value that comment had was hilarious. It fucking was. It was
so hilarious. Is this guy sort of like another like kind of like Caden Cowger?
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Because he seems like he's like super political, right? Is he like conservative?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, big time. Yeah, he's a conservative, hardcore Christian.
He's basically Caden Cowger 2.0. Did you guys know who Caden Cowger is?
No, I've never heard of him. Because I mean, that whole like right-leaning, super fundamentalist Christian conservative, that's not a shtick at this point by no means. Like Jesus.
I like Caden Cowger's.
Check this guy out. I'm gonna pull him up. All right, and you tell me. All right, that if he doesn't look like a male Christy Winters. All right, hold on a second. Get this going. Share. Okay. Bam. With the squint.
He kind of looks like what if Onision and Christy Winters had a child? That's what he looks like.
Man, he totally fucking does.
Oh shit! All right, I'll turn that off now.
Like that looks like the type of dude that got beat up in high school a lot. Like for real.
That's Caden That's Caden Cowger too. That guy is fucking crazy. Man, but he's like a legit radio host though. Like he's really young and he talks kind of like this. So he's got a real deep radio voice. He's like 19 or 20 or something like that now. But when I first found him, he was like 16 or 17.
Oh my.
Yeah. He's a weird dude.
Sounds it.
Yeah, it's kind of strange, like being that young and having like a political sort of show. Like, fuck, when I was 19 or 20, I knew fucking nothing about politics. I just
wanted to get laid. That was it, and not die at the time. Because I was like,
I thought at 19 we knew everything.
But we do.
Answers.
We do. We know everything. But it always seems weird to me, like when you see like those really young conservative people, because we're really idealistic and very liberal when we're younger. And we have this idea of what we think the world should be instead of what it really is, and trying to work within those boundaries. We always have this idealistic idea of you know our perfect world to live in, and that's what we're always trying to hold everything up to when it's not, and that's the reason why we have SJWs.
Yeah. Because, well, I mean, what's that old saying? Like, if you're older and you're not a conservative, you're foolish, and if you're not like young and a liberal, you're heartless or something like that.
You have no. If you're let's see, if you're 20 and you're not a liberal, you have no heart, and if you're 40 and you're not a conservative, you have no mind. Yes, Winston Churchill. Yep.
Yeah, that's the quote I was thinking of.
There's some truth there, isn't there?
It is, you know. It's
well, I mean, you're
wisdom and shit.
definitely, I would say, I mean, just speaking for me personally, I mean, I'm only 27, but I mean, there definitely is a sense of like, yeah, I can change the world. Like, I'm fucking, yeah, I could totally do something about helping the world improve. And then you get a little bit older and you're like, well, the best I can do is try and live a good life and not die or get killed and not be a cunt to people. That's about the best I can do.
Yeah.
And Beefstrap Kayla says when she was 19, she was in Iraq. That's not a good place for a 19-year-old.
I was about to say I turned 21 in Afghanistan, so I can't say much. But at 19, I was in Haiti after they had an earthquake, so I can't say that. And yes,
how long were you in the army for?
I was in the Marines.
So you weren't working for the Clintons at the time?
No, I was not working for the Clintons.
I worked for the Clintons.
No, man, Barian, I was in the Marines for 4 years. I did 2 deployments, one to Haiti in 2010 when they had their earthquake, and then Afghanistan for 6 months.
Yeah, shit.
And then I got the fuck out. Got my honorable discharge and got the fuck out. Banging college girls.
Well, that's some fucking dead air, people.
Yeah,
Jesus
that's
Christ.
what
That air was as dead as a door. All right, I got a friend. All right, I got a guy sitting over here that really wants to ask Mr. Bering a couple of questions. Is that okay?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have him ask then.
Is that okay, Mr. Bering?
Yeah.
Oh, my, Mr. Bering, so official. Excuse me, Mr. Bering, sir.
Yeah. Is this indeed Mr. Bering?
Yes, Alex Jones' voice.
Mr. Bering?
Yeah.
Hi, my name's Alex.
Jesus, that's fucking spot on. That is spot on.
You're fucking you're famous everywhere. You know, I just want to say my hats off to you. And I want to know that you know, you need to get honest with these people and tell them the truth. Okay. I don't know. You know what I'm talking about, don't you? You know, don't play dumb.
This is really awkward. I don't know if I should be playing along.
Well, come on, Mr. Bering. I mean, these people, they're fans of yours. They're sitting around here. You know, they're waiting on the edge of their seats for you know what I'm talking about. Let's go ahead and tell everybody, okay?
Oh no! What are you talking about, cunt?
Well, if you're not going to tell them, all right, I'll go ahead and tell them. All right, for everybody, Bering is not his real name.
Is this about when I banged those fucking students at the university?
No, this has nothing to do with that. This is about the fact that the Bering is not your true name. You kind of blew the joke for me, and then I'm totally humiliated here.
You should have talked about the students I fucked at the college.
Oh, well, tell me about that, Mr. Bering. Yeah, we're interested because some of those were actually CIA agents, and you were being vetted. I don't know about the Australian version of CIA, but
just cunts with cricket bats, man.
Yeah, tell about the cunts you fucked in college and got fired for it.
Jesus, that's dark.
God damn, Red.
That's about that's about the shit on Johnny last night. Yeah. But yeah, I just wanted to uncork my
that's pretty spot on. That's pretty spot on.
Yeah, it's not that hard to do, you know. I do like old Bill Clinton. I got to sit around and just kind of think about titties and shit and stuff like that. Just I get a big chubby man, and I just start thinking about girls. I love pussy, man. I just love that shit.
What's your thoughts on cigars?
Sit on my lap, baby. We'll talk about the first thing that pops up. Anyway, I was just skipping around, man. But the dead air kind of put me on the spot, man. But
that was good. That was good. Can you do anyone else?
Let's see. I've got some. The wife. She usually can push me. I have to pop into. It's really weird, you know. It's like I have to characters that I just, kind of pop into. I've been trying to listen to to people. Well, oh yeah, I can do your imitation of Sargon.
Yeah, go on.
Baron, you're not doing it right. You got to do it correctly now, Baron. You know.
No, you gotta go high pitch like this.
A little higher. Oh, Baron. Oh, Baron, no.
Oh my
Don't sit on that. For God's sakes, don't sit on that. It'll break.
Oh my God, Barry, do your Anita Sarkeesian from the little skit you had going on.
No, that was pretty much just more. It's just me talking a little bit like a woman kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's
You got your generic, hi girls. I just want to come and sit down and just,
Oh yeah, that's easy to do. The gay voice, like
exactly. Everybody's
like,
everybody's got
like,
one.
hey boys,
Hey
hey
girls.
boys,
Hey girl.
hey boys. IRATE, you look so cute, honey. Oh my god.
Oh. All right, Barry. Who am I?
I wouldn't have a clue, man.
Yeah, say yourself.
Jesus Christ.
Is there any?
You gotta say something insanely menacing. He always like says
the longer you do this stuff, the longer you do this stuff, the deeper you're gonna go for it.
Jesus Christ.
We're coming after you.
Stop that, it's scaring me.
What are you gonna do about hard progress?
Australian jail. Jesus Christ.
We're having fun. I don't know. That's
Andy Dvorsky show, The Night of 1,000 Voices.
Oh, Worsky and his fucking impressions. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Double guns.
At least I'm kind of close,
He loves Chip.
Dude, I have never laughed so goddamn hard that one time on the Kumite when fucking AP was doing goddamn Dusty Smith and shit.
My newest one I've been doing is JF Garpe. I have been sitting with Andy Warski, and I'm going to talk with the vegan games about the sentience of a chicken, whereas the pigeon and the chicken are not as sentient as you would believe. They do not desire anything. They do not want anything. If a pig falls off of a truck while it is moving, the pig will die because it does not know the laws of motion. You must explain.
That's actually really good. That's actually really good.
This man is absolutely terrible and an idiot.
I am still working on. Yes, fucking imbecile. Imbecile.
Do you know the way?
When did this turn into the fucking Gong Show?
About 2 hours ago.
Yeah, the unknown comic.
You do not know the way, brothers.
Do you know the way?
Oh, you motherfucking people. Stop with that shit.
Brother,
that
do you know the way?
Murder.
He does not know the way. We must spit on him.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh my god.
Okay.
All right.
I just want to fucking just tie you all into the back of my trunk and drive you into the ocean. That's all I want to do right now.
It sounds like date night, geek.
Yeah, but in order to know where the ocean is, you have to know the way
Fuck off, Melon.
to the ocean.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Melon, don't make me go Gallagher on your ass.
Me getting tied up and put in the back of a car is almost how I got my first engagement. That fell through. So don't even play with that.
Hashtag shotgun.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Hashtag shotgun wedding in northern Tennessee.
Oh God. East Tennessee, but I mean, I am up in the mountains, so fair enough.
Yeah.
But hell no, dude.
The South, you guys, what y'all call mountains or hills around here?
Well, no. Well, technically, what he is a hillbilly.
Yes, that is true.
Right. Exactly. See, he's a hillbilly, and I'm a redneck or a cracker. Technically, is what they call us.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
Well, he lives in the hills. He lives in the mountains. He lives in the mountainous area.
And like hillbillies are moonshine. Like hillbillies are moonshiners and stuff like that, and live in the woods. You know, it's that whole
Comes from those Scottish immigrants that came over. They all like took to those Appalachian mountains and stuff, and they
like the Highlands.
Just watch that TV show they did called the Moonshiners or the Shiners or whatever, and that guy Popcorn.
But are hillbillies and rednecks the same thing?
No, they're not at all. Motherfucking Popcorn Sutton was the man. Making that white and lightning, baby.
Redneck came from the term of the white people that were like indentured slaves that worked out in the fields, right? Yeah,
right, with their shirts.
Well, to me, and Irate's a Southern man. He can understand this. To me, a redneck is like one of those like, woohoo, NASCAR, by God, I'm gonna drink me a Budweiser.
Yeah, y'all watch while I hold this while I'm doing.
Hold my beer.
Yeah. I live in.
What's the difference between how does a hillbilly do it? What does a hillbilly sound like?
A hillbilly would just be making fun of the redneck and drinking moonshine.
A hillbilly also has a more guttural sound and a lot more broken English. It's almost like American Pidgin.
Yeah, hillbillies are laid back, man.
Difference between hillbillies and rednecks is their
NASCAR.
No,
that's the difference. NASCAR.
No, it's not. The difference is whether or not they decided to diversify their genetics.
Always gotta go that.
Living in the mountains, you don't have very many women to pick from. I'm just saying.
I've never been a big fan of the southern part of this country, just because, like, I don't know, living in northern Iowa, I just always like, I don't know, it just seems like they have the stereotype of being typically like generally less intelligent on average the farther south you go.
Where you go, all you know is where the secret pig fucking farms are.
But when you say that,
you know about that, Melon.
Half of the South is black. So
I don't know. I don't like the accent.
Nothing but black people are ignorant. So you're the racist.
Hey man, I'll tell you what. You might make fun of us Southerners a lot, but by God, you try and fix a car, build a house, or fucking hunt for a living, or farm. Go ahead, make fun of us all you want, man. At least we know how to live off the land.
Right.
There's farms all over Iowa. I mean, I'm not a farmer, but there's farms all over the place.
We got our shit together.
Goddamn corn's easy to grow. Shut the fuck up. Corn's easy to grow. Goddamn Iowa boy.
Apparently not. You tell that to Jamestown when their crops failed and they all almost fucking died.
Baron, when you talked to Base Mama about when you went through the contract with her, you really impressed me. It was almost like you have some kind of like. Do you have any legal experience? Are you a lawyer? Were you trying?
No, I'm not a lawyer. I was a commercial estate agent for a long time. So I've dealt with a lot of lawyers and shit.
Baron's just not a stupid asshole.
You really read into that contract with a lot of insight and shit, man. You had it nailed. She probably thought that you weren't gonna know a lot of the shit because of the differences. And
did you ever
legalese is legalese?
Sorry,
like did you ever do a follow-up video? Because I think I remember at the end that you were saying that you said the next one was going to be lighter. I don't know if you were.
Oh no! I was just talking about my next video.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if you were going to continue the.
Oh, I did
take the piss out of it.
Yeah, I can't. I mean, I obviously can't say too much, but I ended up on a Skype call with Based Mama the other night, just unexpectedly. It was a bit weird, and I was sort of saying, when the fuck's things happening, sort of thing. Like you said, you'd have tickets out there being sold by now. Nothing's happening. Why aren't you just cancelling this type of thing? But she was still adamant that she was going ahead, and things were moving, and tickets were going to be available soon. And I still haven't seen them.
Oh, yeah, so Kilroy still hasn't died yet.
You'll probably get them 72 hours before the show.
Well, she reckons it's still on, but I mean, it's. I'm just not seeing anything happen.
Yeah, they have enough guests for about 2 ball pits now, though, don't they?
Jesus Christ.
Well, yeah, Barry, it was interesting because I went on their site, on the contact page, it had Sister Danger's full name out there.
Oh God, that fucking chick.
No, it didn't have the word Sister Danger. It had a name. And
I had never heard of it.
This is on the Kilroy website, was it?
Yeah. On the contact part, and I sent her an email saying, I don't know if you were aware of this, and then I got a quick email back saying, "Oh yeah, this way," because it was really some kind of answer, like she wanted to make sure that the possible guest that they were going to get would know that they would have somebody human to talk to or some shit like that, right? What? And I don't know, it didn't add up to me, man.
Yeah, none of it does add up. It's
it's really fun.
I mean, I don't see the big deal with her being out there unless she wanted to. I mean,
did you talk to her about that? Yeah, because I knew you had talked to her a couple of times.
Who?
No, you know that's. Oh, sorry. I'll take that back. I was thinking of Sinatra.
Oh,
why
confused you too?
How dare you, motherfucker!
I know, dude.
I legit never heard of Sister Danger, and I saw her on that live stream she did with what's his name, some black guy and stuff, where they were answering questions or whatever the fuck, and the way she talked to not only Andy but other people asking questions in the stream, she just sounded like such a cunt bag. I was like, I've never watched her videos, I'd never heard of her before, but she was just answering like questions like just in the most condescending, like down talking way, and it was just like, look, lady, this event has a lot of fucking problems, and people have spent like hundreds of fucking dollars to get tickets and support this, and you might actually not want to be a cunt to the people who are paying you to put this thing on.
Well, I think the problem with this one, just like we had the problem with the whole Jeff Holiday shit, is instead of addressing like issues that had happened because people had a lot of questions and wanted answers, instead they were like, okay, well, I hear how you're feeling, so how do we move on from there, instead of just going owning up to shit and taking some accountability.
Oh yeah. Yeah, valid point, man. I mean, do you remember, Geek, when Jeff was on, I think it was the Kumite, where he kept on saying shit like, you remember that big drama that happened 2 weeks ago or blah, 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 and he kept on trying to say, like, look, guys, you shouldn't care about this. Let's move on. You remember him saying that type of shit?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like to me. That's what Sister Danger.
Yeah, they just wanted it to kind of go away and keep moving forward. Instead of actually taking the time to address serious questions, and instead we had some black guy kind of softballing shit. It wasn't really until Andy got in there that
actual questions were getting
yeah.
Well, I mean, I'll tell you what, man. Like, I'm all for, like, I'm a free speech absolutist, when it comes to being able to say what you want. Like, I mean, if you want to have a fucking, like, goddamn, who's that pedo fucking Asian dude, whatever the fucking name. Yeah, if you want to invite him and talk about his fucking opinions at a free speech event, you know what? If you're doing it, fucking go for it. I don't give a shit, and let him get fucking laughed at and shown he is. But I mean, you can't sit there and say, oh, it's a fucking free speech event. And by the way, all of these people that, we use their names to get money for this event, yeah, they're not going to be there anymore. Like, 90% of the fucking whole lineup dropped out before it's even happened.
Oh, here's my question. When was the last time a free speech event went off without any kind of hitch?
Never. I don't believe never.
Well, why the hell would people go out to the middle of a desert? This isn't Burning Man.
Yeah.
Why would they go out to do this? It was doomed from the beginning. I like the idea. I think that's a great... Ideas are great, but making ideas actual reality, that it's beyond what they can do.
Well, there are always successful grassroots events that happen. I mean, you look at the Reason Rally, that originally started and it was doing gangbusters, but then I mean, we had we had the Atheism Plus thing, and then of course, like, it got mired in like politics and control, and it fucked it up, and then we get these wonderful pictures of Steve Shives sitting alone all by himself in a lawn chair,
Right. Well, I mean, I think it was Geek that said, I'm not for sure if you did, but I think it was you, where Kilroy basically turned into base MamaCon. That's basically what it is at this point.
Yeah. Well, it was an extension of her ego, and she wasn't willing to admit, like, that she fucked up on something, or maybe things weren't a good idea. Instead, with some black guy Streem, you saw her basically throwing these other three to the wolves, and then she goes and fucks off, and it's like that's not a way a leader responds. I mean, especially if you're like the figurehead of an operation.
Fucking A, dude. Fucking A.
That doesn't instill confidence. That shows me that you're a weasel and you're looking for any scapegoat to get out of any potential problems instead of fixing it.
Well, I mean, it's one of those things, like you said, dude. If you're the leader, if you're the, you know, quote unquote figurehead, like fucking, you're supposed to like be a goddamn leader and take action and take charge of, you know, shit that gets fucked up. I mean, goddamn, it got to the point to where fucking Base Mama was even like, I am Kilroy. And it's like, oh God, baby, what you doing?
You killed Roy. That's what you killed Roy.
What I'm wondering is what's the point of setting up a free speech convention when that's literally what you can use the internet for? That's what the internet is for. You can say all the ideas you want on the internet.
Well, I mean,
and you're free to do it.
Even fucking Medicare brought up a very good point in one of his videos where he was like, technically speaking, like, and I think it's even in Arizona state law, like, if you use people's names for promotion to get money and then you disinvite them or uninvite them, like that's illegal.
Yeah, that's illegal.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't see how this thing is not dead yet, but I mean, we'll see. There's still a lot of time between now and then when it's supposed to take place, but.
Well, and that's the kind of the point that, you know, we were talking about Tennessee Marine. It's like YouTube is YouTube, man. People, I don't know why this happens, but it's like this whole deal. It's like I'm not a fucking lawyer. I'm not a journalist. I'm not a politician, man. You know, I can talk about free speech, but like what you just said, Tennessee, I can do that here, or Malin, I can do that here.
Yep.
You know, and talk about, you know, free speech all day long, man. My opinion on it. You know, I'm not any kind of expert, you know, and I'm not a fucking PhD doctorate in anything, man. I just have an opinion.
Yeah,
it's like the next dude, you know.
That's why I would never go to something like VidCon or something like that. Like I would much rather
VidCon is different though.
Not really.
Well, I would never want to go to an event that's basically YouTube live IRL. Like I would never want to do that. I would rather do something like Andy's talking about doing, like a fucking pub crawl, you know, and a meetup and a hangout instead of just like listening to some dude talk about his opinions that I already know his opinions on. And he can do that from the comfort of his fucking couch in, you know, Australia, like Barian or something like that. You know, I just listen to his life.
One thing that Barian brought up in his video, in his interview with Base Mama, was the fact that she didn't really have a financial plan. You know, she didn't correctly gauge, you know, what her profits and what her losses would be.
She was surprised when I used the term forecast profit and loss, or budget profit and loss. She's like, oh no, silly. You don't get a profit and loss statement until after the event. There's just no way of knowing, you know, whether there's going to be profit or not.
Yeah, she missed the operative word of forecasting. You know, it's.
It's like, well, how does she think that people go into business just with their fucking with their fingers crossed?
Yeah, they just show up with a big pocket of money and just say, "All right, let's make this happen." No, you got to understand.
You got to have a business plan.
Well, not just a business plan. You need to know that you can afford it if it fails.
Right.
No?
Right.
Like she would never get a loan from a bank to start a business.
She did get a loan from a bank.
That's what Jeremy was saying. Jeremy from Quartering, he was saying that he wasn't sure that they had enough money, even with the 85 Gs.
They should have. They should have. But the venue they got is just way overkill and shit. Like it shouldn't have been that lavish. Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So, I mean, how many people are even going to it anyway? 5?
Well, they don't know because they haven't fucking sold the actual public tickets yet. I mean, and there just seems to be this dawdling that, like, no, we'll push ahead and it'll all be right, but you know, we don't know when the tickets are. But what the fuck? That's the main thing you need to be doing right now.
Is this just me, or are they treating Kilroy like a church or some kind of religion? Just have faith, guys. It'll be there. Just have faith. Give me your money. We need to raise us some money.
Well, no, because in a church, the priest gets up and fucking talks to the congregation and says that. She's not saying dick. Like, she's just silent, you know?
Right. Well, I mean, at this point, the fucking train is off the rails for sure, and they're riding that motherfucker right into the ground. But on the other hand, like I kind of do like the idea that, you know, independent people coming together, trying to set up something to where it's open dialogue and, you know, a free speech event. I like the idea of Kilroy on paper. What it turned into, no. Like I would like if I was involved with it in any way, like if I was a big YouTuber and everything else, I would just be rolling my eyes in the back of my fucking head at this point, just to be associated with it.
What I don't understand is why they didn't actually hire an event planner, an actual professional that this is their job. They're raising so much money. I mean, way more money than these YouTube creators would ever see. I mean, talk about mortgaging the house, this, that, and the other. These are serious funds and events and trusts and all kinds of things being just bantered around and bandied around as if they're just like cookies, you know? And it's almost like they didn't take it that serious. It was like everybody got drunk one night or really stoned and said, hey, you know, it'd be really cool. We should totally do this. And
well,
then
I mean, Failure and Andy originally came up with the idea. Base Mama and fucking Sister Danger just happened to be around where they were discussing it. Like
why
Andy,
needy women gotta ruin shit men create.
I think it would be fantastic if this event just turned into like a limited paid like live stream event. Like I would laugh so hard if it just turned into a thing where like, oh yeah, everybody that's going to be speaking there is going to be speaking, but they're going to be doing it from their living room via live stream that you have to pay to get into.
Yeah, guys, we're gonna have a 24-hour live stream behind a paywall.
Fucking Blizz, like fucking BlizzCon tickets online. Jesus,
they're like Kilroy, the best stream ever.
Yeah. Oh god, dude, if they did some shit like that, imagine the epic trolling though in the live chat. Like that would be so cool. Unless, you know, they would put it behind a paywall for like a Patreon stream or some shit like that. But I don't know, man. Like at this point, I'm kind of, you know, tied. I kind of want to see it happen just to see what kind of epic shit show it's going to be. Just the amount of memes and enjoyment and drama and all the shit that's going to come out if it does happen is going to be hilarious to me.
I would like to see it actually succeed and actually work out, only because of the fact that I know financially, I don't think that Base Mama or any of the people that are financially responsible for this really have a way to pull themselves out of it without a serious financial impact that could possibly disrupt their lives.
Right,
you know?
Right. Well, I mean, that's a valid point. I mean, I really do feel for Base Mama, but at the same time, she kind of put herself in that position, to be honest.
She is, how they used to say in the South where I grew up, is she's free, white, and 21. She knows what she's doing. She's in charge of other human lives. She knows that things have repercussions, and repercussions. Can't pronounce shit right. But I mean, this ignorance is bliss thing. I just can't get behind it. Of, oh, we didn't know what we were getting into. Oh, well, we really tried. It just, I can't get behind these women.
How have you not canceled Kilroy yet?
You're a fucking adult. You're grown. You're grown.
Did y'all hear that sound earlier? Malin farted in the car and rolled the window down.
What?
That's exactly what that sound. You're busted, dude. God heard it.
God damn it.
No.
Okay. All right, dude. Go ahead.
But I mean,
deny.
He wet his bunk bed. That's why he's in the car.
Whatever.
Oh God. But I mean, I don't harbor any ill will towards anyone involved in it. Like I said, the only reason I thought Sister Danger sounded like a condescending cunt is because she did. So I don't give a fuck.
For sure, yeah.
Fair enough.
But I mean, I don't want to see anyone like financially get fucked up. Like Geek was saying, I think that, you know, like Base Mama, she couldn't recover if this actually legit fucking fails completely. So I don't know, man. I mean,
I was going to say, remember, you're dealing with a professional social media influencer here, okay? And she better deliver on that shit, man.
Hell of a callback.
It was, wasn't it?
Well, I mean, I know that I've heard either Sister Danger or Base Mama talk about it, where they're like, we want to do this so that way we want Kilroy to succeed so that way other people can set up Kilroys in their own cities and everything else. And I think that's a valid fucking point. Like, it would be nice to see free speech events that are, you know, and not censored like this is and shit. But I don't know, man. There's just so, like, you could not get more negative publicity than this event has got, and it hasn't even fucking taken place yet.
Yeah, you're right, man. Well, you know what, y'all? We are at the top of the hour. It's been 2 hours since we started. Is that
Hey,
right?
Baring, would you like to actually address this verbally, or you just want to keep typing it?
No, not really. I'll set up a live stream with this
All
fella
right.
if he wants to talk about this.
All right. I just thought I'd give you the opportunity. I didn't know who's paying attention to the Hangouts.
No. If I wanted to, I'd address it, but I don't.
What's going on?
Oh, some guy seems to be a bit obsessed with Edgerton, so I'll have a live stream with him if he wants to talk about it.
Actually, what's funny is the Johnny Fox stream that's only up now is that Johnny Fox and the others reviewing Green Grapist's video about Edison and you and Sugar Tits.
Oh, is that right? I'll have to look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. No, that's fine. I'll set up a direct stream with him.
All right. Well said then.
Well, if you want to let him in, man, we can do that here. You know.
Oh.
No, I feel like that's going to take a long while.
Yeah, no. Let's let Baring handle that with
right, brother.
because they're trying to call out Barings.
Well,
blood for the blood gods.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed yourself, Baring.
No, it was good. It was good. Thanks for having me, man. It was good fun.
Well, you're an awesome guy, and you know, I really appreciate you showing up, man. You know, that's you're a man of your word. I like that.
No, again, man. Thanks for having me. It's it's been good fun. It was great to meet you all.
I'm not gonna wash Baring's balls. You're a terrible human being. Oh my god.
And apparently we've got our tongue deep in that bare ass.
Yeah.
I mean, just because honestly,
at least move it around a bit.
I mean, we'll milk the prostate for you. But I mean, it's honestly, I've said before is that my husband follows you, and I started following you because of him. And it's like, oh, I did get burnt out with all the feminist videos, but I love the Anita Sarkeesian, and I've loved the recent videos. But I have no problem with you. I don't, and I'm not going to get on a bandwagon just because other people are like, ooh, bad thing. Let's point out a bad thing. So I don't like wagons. I quit using them when I was about 5 years old.
Fair enough.
Well, it's been nice talking to you, dude. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, you too, man.
All right, y'all.
Yeah,
so that's Creem stream number 21 is in the bucket. I know, dude. It's like
the Creem stream can drink now.
The Creem stream.
The Creem stream can drink now. It's of age.
That's right. It's 21. So I want to thank everybody that came. Rock and roll, and we'll see you here next week, same bat time.